Hi, and good afternoon. Why does my case take so long? Why is my case taking so long when you've been injured on the job and I hurt and the lawyer is telling me to wait? Good afternoon. My name is Britton Morrell. I'm an attorney here with Kaplan Morrell. I've been helping injured and disabled workers in Colorado since 1995. All of our attorneys at least have over 20 years of experience helping injured and disabled workers. We would love to help you, and stick around until the end of the video, and I'm going to show you how to download our free fact sheet, which is 5 ways injured workers get screwed and don't even know it when they've been injured on the job. So today I want to talk with you a bit about a very common question that we've got, which is, why is it taking so long in my case? Why do I have to wait? I'm injured, I'm off work, I need money. Why is the legal process, especially the workers' compensation process, so long, and I'm being told I may have to wait months? And there's a lot of things that can happen in a workers' compensation case, and we're going to talk about 3 of them where there are just certain timeframes, and your lawyer is not going to be able to change that. So number 1 is, if you're off work because of work injury, you're entitled to lost wage benefits. The insurance company has about 20 days to say whether or not they're going to pay those lost wages, and they've got to file what's called a general admission of liability. And so it may take about 20 days to even 30 days to get your first wage loss check. Now, once that happens, you are entitled to your checks every 14 days, okay? But still having to wait, 20 days to be able to, even if they've admitted liability, to be able to get that check is stressful. And if you don't have an emergency fund, that's a problem. But unfortunately, that's what the law is. Now, let's say they don't pay the lost wage checks, and now you're having to go to hearing because, for example, maybe they're saying that you weren't injured on the job, or they say that you are off work with restrictions, but you're at fault for the termination because you showed up to work drunk, or you tested positive for illegal drugs, or whatever. And now they're saying, we're not going to pay you because you're at fault for your termination. You go to a lawyer and you're like, I am starving. I have house payments, I've got food, etc. I need my wage benefits now. And then you hear the lawyer saying, guess what? It's going to be 3 to 4 months before I even can get you to court. And you're like, oh my God, why? And the reason why is because we have this notion called due process. And due process means that before a court should order somebody to do something, pay money, not get money, or whatever, it's got to give the parties enough time to prepare for court. And that means several things, right? It means that people have time to get a lawyer. That means that people have time to do exchange in what's called discovery, where I get to ask, hey, why aren't you paying? They get to ask, why do you think you should get paid? And there's some back and forth. They've also got to get the court date set, etc. Sadly, you're not the only person who's been injured on the job. And so, there could be 100 people looking for court, and they've got to set a date. And by law, it has to be roughly within 3 to 4 months. And if something happens, like someone doesn't answer interrogatories, you don't sign releases or something, a party can say, I've got to extend the court date, and then it can get extended another 2 to 3 months. And often there's nothing I can do as an attorney to kind of speed up that process. And it's very frustrating because I know my client is desperate. I've got a client right now who is homeless, who is, going to food banks and everything, because we're just waiting to get to court to be able to challenge the insurance company saying that he's not entitled to lost wages. So that's a big driver in terms of things that happen to cause people to have to wait. A third time frame that kind of happens in workers' compensation is if you want to challenge the treating physician's impairment rating, or challenge the treating physician to say that you don't need any further medical care. You can do what's called a division independent medical process. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to put the links in the video here. And again, same thing. There's a process a time that the law requires where they say, listen, you've got so many days to suggest a doctor, they've got so many days to respond to it, then you can request a panel, and then the dime unit has to send the panel, and you've got 7 days to select, and then after you've selected or struck a doctor, then the insurance company gets 7 days to do it, and it starts to stack up, and the result of which is if you're placed at maximum medical improvement and you're challenging that and you want to go to a division IME, it may be 5 months before you can get to a division IME. And so I want to explain to folks, especially when they're frustrated, they're hurt, and they're tired, and they want to be able to get help right away. And sometimes I have to let them know the cavalry is not coming soon, and we've got to wait these times because this is what the process is. The good news in workers' compensation, it's much faster than if we were suing in regular civil court. Regular civil court, you file a lawsuit, you ain't gonna see a jury for a year, 2 years. In workers' compensation, if you file for a hearing, you're probably gonna get in front of a judge between 3 to 6 months, and that's a good thing. Which brings us to, hey, if you like this video, please like it, and please send us a text message at 970-356-9898 and say, hey, send me your free fact sheet of 5 ways the workers in Colorado get screwed by the insurance companies and don't even know it. And we'll be happy to text it back to you. It's free, and I think you'll find it very interesting. And as always, if you or someone you love or someone you know but don't love is injured on the job in Colorado, please, please, please let them know there is a law firm that helps injured workers in Colorado. It's what we do. It's all we do. It means we're really good at helping people, but we suck at parties, right? Nobody really wants to talk to me because all I'll talk about is helping people with work injuries. That gets old real quick unless I'm buying the drinks. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. Bye.